Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I am making cute little name places for my Christmas dinner table. I came across this, I did see it, I'm sure you've seen it yourself with the wee box inside the card, but the ones that I have seen online are pretty big, and all I wanted to do was get a wee tiny treat to put inside a box, and these are the treats that I came up with. They're from Marks and Spencer's caramel filled milk chocolate presents, and I thought perfect, but you need a really wee tiny wee box, and this just works out perfect. So I had to jiggle about with a lot of measurements till I got the way I wanted it. I had started off with a bigger one, and I just didn't like it. I thought the box was just far too big inside it, or far too small. You know, the card was just too much card in your face. So cut it way down, came up with better measurements, and this is what I have. I don't want to open my box, but inside is one of those wee treats, and it just fits perfectly, and I've tied it up with the lovely polka dot ribbon, and each one will have the name on it. Actually, I've just typed enjoy today, but I'm going to type all the names. I'm not sure how many we're going to have this Christmas, so I'm waiting until I get confirmation of everybody, and then I'll make one for each person, and I'll have these sitting on, because my dining stuff will all be in red, mostly red with bits of gold, maybe green. So I want it all to tone in, and this is just perfect. I have used under the mistletoe paper and real red card, a couple of gold faceted gems, and basically that's it. Just a wee box with the lid. They'll take off the ribbon, take out the wee treat, and they can put it all back together and keep it or not. It's entirely up to themselves. It's just a wee something nice for the table. So I'll show you how I made it. We'll start off, get your chocolate of course, and decide yourself at this what you're going to go with. This one fits this wee box perfectly. So you're going to need for the box a piece of real red card, and this one measures 3 2/8 by 3 2/8 square, and we're going to do a bit of scoring on it, very little, just score it at 1 inch on all sides. Very simple wee square box, just, and it just fits your chocolate perfectly, as you can see. So for the lid you need a piece that measures 2 2/8 by 2 2/8, and just score it at 1/2 inch on all sides. When I say 2 2/8, you know 2 2/8 plus add your 1/16 to the end of that, just so you're getting a nice wee neat finish. You don't want a loose fitting box. It just does not look nice. So that's your lid. You're going to also need a piece of card for the wee card base, and it measures 4 inches by 2 2/8, and if you just score it down at 2 inches, that'll divide it in half for you. And do the same with your piece of, in fact I shouldn't have scored that, actually score's okay, don't bother scoring your DSP, I don't like it scored. So score your card in half, but keep it opened. Now we'll glue this together first. So I'm just going to use some tape runner for this, a wee bit less mess. Both sides of that are actually nice, but I went with the floral side because I'm going to have a wee floral arrangements and that with the poinsettia to match it all, so it just works with me. So you choose whatever suits your dining room table if you're going to make them. So just center that in the middle, and you know you have your crease done, so fold it over and give it a good rub with your bone folder on either side, and that'll secure your paper nicely. Now we'll need to cut the bit out here, so make yourself a wee tiny template, 1 inch by 1 2/8, and that should fit your box perfectly. Set it in the center of your wee card, and just with your pencil draw around it. Just make sure you're happy with where it's sitting, and just draw lines around. It's just a wee cutting guide. Didn't draw that one very well. So just use those marks, hold this together, use your marks and cut to the inside of those lines. If I can see properly. Usually I'd have a better light on, but it affects the camera settings. So just keep your cut to the inside of your pencil line. Cut down both sides to that point and then just cut across as carefully as you can. Don't yank it, don't be tempted, just do it with the scissors and that should cut off perfectly. Get your rubber and rub away those wee pencil marks, and that should be, oops, there's another wee bit. So do that lightly and that's your wee cradle for the gift box. So keep your template. If you're going to be making lots of them, just use it each time. So for the box, I'm going to do my cutting first, and you can see your lines. Go to that point and bring it up to the corner score line on the inside there and chop that off. Same on the other side. Go to your point, straight in, and just repeat it on the opposite side. And then just remember to cut those wee tails off. You neither need nor want them. So do the same on your little lid, into that point and cut away on all four sides. And that's you ready to get your box together. So just score up your creases. And then we're just going to put glue on those wee flaps. And of course I'm using wet glue. You can go with your tape on your end, but they're a bit tiny, to be honest with you. You probably would be safer with a bit of wet glue. Now, just the usual, bring your folds up to make the shape of your box and just make sure you're happy with that one, that it's not sitting above. Really simple wee box shape. Because you've chopped off those wee corners, it's easy to keep everything where it should be. Gives you that wee bit of leeway. And that should be it. Pop your wee chocolate in. Now you could put a bit of tissue paper inside to raise that up. I couldn't go much smaller than that really, to be honest with you. I actually had planned to put 2 chocolates in, but it sits above the lid and I didn't really like that, you know, it's just a fraction above it. So too bulky, and any smaller and the box would look funny on the wee card. It would be mini, you'd just never get the sizes right. Be too small to handle. But I think 1 chocolate's plenty, isn't it, before your dinner or after your dinner, whichever. So the same with your lid, a wee bit on. Did I chop those off? I didn't, sure didn't. Just chop a wee tiny bit off those. It just stops them curling up. And then pop a wee bit of glue on each of them. And build your lid. Put it together quickly and then pop it over your box base, and that'll help you to push it together where it should be, and the glue will just hold it perfectly for you. And that's it. Nice wee box, nice and neat, and fits nicely. It doesn't slide off and doesn't pop off, so perfect. So now a bit of ribbon. I'm going with the white polka dot ribbon, and if you start at the top of your box and go under and then turn it just that you've tied it together like that, and go back to the top. That looked very generous there. I don't want to waste my ribbon. So we'll do that again. Start at the top, underneath, bring your two over, flip it round so your knot's under the bottom there. And probably too tight now. Flip me pink. I'd need to measure that for you really, wouldn't I? So give it another wee inch there, right? Turn. It's just me being tight. I didn't want to lose waste any ribbon. This is really pretty ribbon. So tie a wee knot, and then your bow. It's only a wee box, so it only needs a little ribbon, a little bow. So just chop that away, and there you have it. And that will fit in there perfectly. Slide it in and open it out to where you want it, and there you'll have that sitting. And now you just want to put a wee bit of a tag here, and you'll obviously put your name. You could handwrite your name or stamp it out with the, there's a nice stamp set there of an alphabet. What do you call it? Yeah, make a difference. It's full of alphabets of different shapes and sorts, so you'll be able to get everybody's name out of that if that's what you want to do. So punch yourself one of those with the classic label punch. Get yourself a piece of white card. Now I'm just going to do enjoy again, because it would take too long for me to do that with you watching here, just you'd be bored. Inking that up in real red ink. I'm just going to pop it right down as close and in the center as you can get it to the edge. Enjoy, and then pop that into your label cutter, and you want to cut it. Sorry, I was right out of focus, or out of picture there. Bring that again right up to the top and center it as best you can, and cut it as close to the top, because you want this to fit on top of the same punch, so it needs to be slightly smaller obviously. So we're going to use the wee marks at the end to trim it. That way you know you've got to trim the same at both sides, and that should just sit on there nicely. Now I'm just going to put it on with a wee string of wet glue, simply because it's narrow and your tape will be wider than it. Pop it on there, show a wee bit of the red either top and bottom, and then use your dimensionals. Just use your wee mini pieces that you've left over. They'll do the job. Oops. And just pop that on the front. Oops, don't put it upside down. So just center that, put it in, and then get your gold or silver or whatever you're using and pop 2 of those on. I'm using the very small one, the smallest there is, and just set them to either side, and just adds a wee bit of bling. And there you have nice wee treats for whoever's coming to your Christmas dinner, or if you're going to somebody for Christmas dinner and you know who's going, you could bring these as a wee gift. I think they're really nice, and just if you don't know who's going, just put enjoy on it, like I have done. I think they're really cute and perfect for Christmas dinner or any time of the year really. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe you'll give it a wee go. So anyway, I'll be back with you next Tuesday, hopefully with another nice project. Thanks for taking time to watch me. I really appreciate it. Bye.